If you ever want to visit Romania, this video is totally for you. Luckily, my wife's from Romania, so we got the inside scoop of the less visited places and also the classic places to visit. We're going to take a deep dive into both the winter and summertime experiences from forest, mountain to Bucharest. Of course, we started our trip from Los Angeles to Romania, and we started with Cluj. And from Cluj, our first stop is Corvin's castle. This is the castle you'll see with a lot of movies. It is actually not Dracula's castle, but this is a classic Romanian castle you must visit. The courtyard is your medieval, even all the video games you play with medieval castle. This is it. The design, it is amazing. This castle, as well as a lot of castles in Romania, are popular with the locals as there's so much history and just the design is spectacular to look at. It just takes you back to all the history books you read about in the medieval times, and you could just imagine how it would be like to living in those times. The castle itself is not really big, but has a Game of Thrones kind of vibe. Definitely times were really tough back then compared to now. Next up is actually Bran's castle, so a little further away. So Bran's castle is Dracula's castle. The castle itself has different architecture, and when you go through the staircases and the tunnels, you'll get an appreciation of how much shorter everybody was back then compared to now. There is a lot of history behind Dracula himself and also all the folklore. In addition, the military purpose of the castle, which is phenomenal history to learn about. So it's not all just about Dracula, the blood-sucking Dracula himself. All right, so finished up Dracula's castle, and now we're walking to some food. All right, maybe not quite food yet, but we're gonna go to the Citadel, Alba, Carolina. The Citadel has a lot of history also. It is humongous. It's one of the biggest citadels in Romania. It goes through a lot of tribulations of the Hungarians and the Romanians and the history and the bloodshed between them. Definitely give yourself time to explore as the layout is humongous. Definitely give yourself a couple hours to explore this whole citadel. It is gorgeous. The landscaping is well done. However, give yourself time to explore the sad history of Romania. One of my recommendations is take a look at when the real life reenactments are done, so that way you don't miss it. It's pretty neat to watch. One of the best kept secrets of Romania is their beautiful mountains and retreats. I recommend Art 1000 over here. Here's the Art 1000, meaning elevation 1000. I would come back again. It was fantastic. The views from the rooms are to die for. It's just relaxing. You're one with nature, lakes. What else can you ask for? For me personally, nature that Romania offers is probably the best thing. All right, Romania archery. And the fields are endless. You have the freedom to go explore wherever you want. And just the beauty out there is amazing. The reason why we came here is for this Mox Music Festival. So Romania has a ton of music festivals, right? Lots of electronic music to your classic and also small little festivals like this, Mox. That's MOX. And the fun part is that people camp out here and just enjoy life. And usually they'll set up outdoor fun activities to do, trampolines, monkey bars, gyms, and as you can see, everybody's spread out. Everybody's just enjoying the outdoor life. If you're thinking about coming in wintertime, definitely come. It's festive. There's Christmas markets, and this is Cluj along the streets. Everything's well decorated. However, the only downfall is that certain restaurants do close down, but there's plenty of stuff to do. And my favorite spot in Romania is Salina Turda. So it's not the biggest salt mine in Romania. However, it's my favorite. And I'll show you a reason why. It is definitely a do not miss place. So Romania, salt mines are actually therapeutic for especially lung disease and asthma. But you go through this tunnel. These are the salt blocks you're going through. There's two ways to get downstairs or elevator. If you're adventurous, you can do the stairs. But the end result is that you're gonna see this amazing festival of a place they turned the salt mine into. The elevator does get crowded, but try to stay right by the window so you can film this drop down. It is just amazing. One of my favorite parts about Romania is that everything's family friendly. So this is an amusement park they made on the bottom of the salt mine. The coolest part is that they have everything here: miniature golf, ping pong, food, and also just places where families could get together, rest, and spend quality time together. The place is just so expansive, but also gorgeous, as you can see from that ceiling all the way down to the bottom where there's a water pool, and they made more festival rides down there. During the wintertime, you have the benefit of going to the Christmas markets, such as this one. One of the best parts is that you'll get first wheel rides and also a lot of local wares and food. So always get sarmale, which is a cabbage wrap with minced meat inside and sour cream. They'll give you a side of pepper to go along with the sarmale. And during a cold winter night, a hot sarmale with some peppers definitely hits the spot. So we definitely don't get this in the United States, so my wife is dying to try it, and she loves it, as you can see in her face. Absolutely loves it. And of course, you gotta have the glow wine. If you're wondering how home cooked meals are, here's an example. This is polenta with pork on top, so cheesy polenta, and this is breakfast. So there's fresh veggies, everything's healthy, organic, and also there's meat. And here it is, polenta. And Romania has one of the best desserts. This is walnut base with tart cherry on top. One of the do not miss dishes is papanash, which is a Hungarian dessert. It's fried cheesy dough with tart fruit jam on top. So if you get tired of mountains and Cluj, you could go to Bucharest. So let's go explore. Let's start with the Athenaeum, and this is a do not miss. Definitely gotta go inside. The way they built it, the way the structures are, it's just spectacular to see. Definitely go early in the morning so it's not as hot. There's no AC in here, but this roof is out of this world. There are a lot of shops, food shops around Bucharest that I highly recommend trying. Just try everything out. To note, vendors in Bucharest are not as nice as compared to rest of Romania, so just be forewarned. The do not miss food is Romanian pancakes or crepes. That's either sweet or savory. The classic is this one, which is cheese with dill. Pretty much could get this anywhere, especially roadside. If you see a lot of people lining up, try it out. So here it is. I would highly recommend the local Bucharest Art Museum. Not their national one, but the local one, which has a lot of local artists. Be forewarned, if you go in summertime, the AC is not that powerful. It gets blazing hot in here, but the art is amazing to see. And lastly, Romania has a lot of national park or state parks that's surrounding the water. For example, this one right here, where again, families and friends just go out there to explore and relax. It's just a totally different cultural vibe than the United States. And always beside a lakeside, you got excellent restaurants to try. Next up is Romania's largest salt mine, Salina Prahova. And this is humongous. So you take a bus and you're gonna go all the way down for a while. And compared to Salina Turda, this place is massive, as you'll see soon. Just the size of it, it is humongous, as you can see here. If you do come here, the biggest tip is grab a jacket with you. It's super cold down here. And of course, they put quite a bit of history of Romania. Down over here, you'll see some statues, stonework, and artwork. But personally, I still prefer Salina Turda by Cluj. I still feel it is the best salt mine, the best designed. So that means if you're to choose one, I would definitely recommend Salina Turda over this one. But if you get a chance to see both, go for it. And don't forget, one of the main reasons to come to salt mines is actually for your lung health. And so people stay for weeks. And hopefully you enjoyed this vlog. And along the roadside, one of the best tips I'd give you is look for where truckers stop a lot for food. when you do see truckers stop for food, stop there too. For example, we got mici, which is sausage with mustard. You want to make sure the mici is not too fatty. They give you sauerkraut and mustard along with it, such as this, that's sauerkraut, and also grilled pork. Try it out. And hopefully this has been helpful, and have a great trip. Click and subscribe.